Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. And today I am going to discuss an important topic of pharmaceutics, that is how to identify the type of emulsions. So we know that there are two basic type of emulsion, that is water by oil emulsion and oil by water emulsion. There are also other types, but these two are the basic types. So how we will identify? First of all, we will perform dilution test. So emulsion is diluted. First of all, it is diluted with excess water. If it remains stable, it is oil by water emulsion, because water is in the continuous phase. And if we dilute it with oil and found that the emulsion is unstable with separation of the oil phase, then it is also oil by water emulsion. And if we dilute it with oil and found that the emulsion is stable, it is water by oil emulsion, because oil is in the continuous phase. And if we dilute with excess amount of water and separation of water occurs in two layers, then it is water by oil emulsion, because oil is in the continuous phase. So in case of the oil by water emulsion, if you dilute it with water, it remains stable. And in case of water by oil emulsion, if we dilute it with water, it will be unstable. And in case of water by oil emulsion, if you dilute it with oil, it will be stable. And if you dilute it with water, it will be unstable. Next is conductivity test. So we know that water is a good conductor of electricity. So emulsion is connected to an electrical source and current is applied. So passing of electric current, that is conduction, that is the emulsion is oil by water type, that is water is in the continuous phase. And if electric current is not passing, that means no conduction, and the emulsion is water by oil type, because oil is in the continuous phase. So if we put two electrodes in the emulsion and connect it with a bulb and then pass electric current, so if the lightening of the bulb occurs, that means current is passing through it, that means conduction, that is oil by water emulsion. And if the bulb is not lightening, that is no lightening take place, then current is not passing here and there is no conduction, and the emulsion is water by oil type. Next is dye test. Scarlet red dye is mixed with the emulsion and observed under the microscope by taking a drop of the emulsion mixed with the dye in a slide and cover it with a cover slip. So scarlet red dye is a oil soluble dye. So the dispersed red droplets means oil by water emulsion, and red background with white droplets means water by oil emulsion, because in the first case oil is in the dispersed phase, and in the second case oil is in the continuous phase. Now if we add amaranth, which is a water soluble dye, to the emulsion uniformly, which dissolve uniformly, indicates that it is oil by water emulsion. And if cluster forms on the surface of the emulsion, then it is water by oil emulsion. Last but not the least is the fluorescence test. So oil shows fluorescence under UV radiation. So if we put the emulsion under the UV radiation and found that there is droplet fluorescence, means it is oil by water emulsion, because oil is in the dispersed phase. And if we found that it is whole fluid fluorescence, that is oil is in the continuous phase where water is in the dispersed phase. So these are the processes by which we can identify the emulsion type, whether it is water by oil emulsion or whether it is oil by water emulsion. So here I am ending my today's video. See you in my next video, and if you guys like my videos, please subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.